What's up with y'all boys? Your boy NT's Eye. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna react to the man Spook and Jukes. He basically, I'm assuming it's about the PTB and it's about Lights Out. I'm gonna keep it about with y'all. I did watch a little bit of it just to see what he was talking about, to see like if I could relate to what he's talking about, if I had anything to say, and I do actually. So we're gonna react to it. I'm gonna say my piece on it, and y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and his video will be in the description below, and we're just gonna get straight into it.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I just got done playing the PTB for the new Grimoire Killer, The Judgment, as well as the new Lights Out mode. And boy, do I have some thoughts. Now, just to clarify, when I say PTB, I don't mean the early access PTB that only the cool kids got to play and some lucky lottery winners. I'm talking about the actual PTB that the rest of...
Real quick, have they ever done it like that before for these PTBs where they do like a pre PTB before the actual PTB? Because I'm pretty sure they've never done that. I'm pretty sure it's always been just straight PTB. That's it. Everyone gets access. They've never really done like a separate one for certain people and certain lucky people. I don't think they've ever done that. Y'all let me know in the comments. I don't think they have, though.
Us peasants had to wait to play.
But
let's talk about what I liked first about this new killer. I think that visually, this killer is very stunning. Love the way that the killer looks. And I also think that when you can make the power work, when you can land hits with this killer's power, it's very, very satisfying. I can see why people are enjoying this killer and want to learn them because the skill ceiling is insane. I also really enjoy the new exile mechanic where you get sent into like this exile new world, and it's sort of like a little mini game. Some of the new perks are fine, and some of the older perks that they adjusted are better and more worth using, like Moment of Glory, for example. But that's about it. Now,
I did play the PTB earlier, and I did play the new killer. Honestly, my personal opinion on it, she has better perks than Jason. I want to say, like on face value, they're better than Jason. The only thing I don't like is, as far as the Grimoire as a whole is, and again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that some of her perks, or it's either her perks or it's when you send a survivor to exile, you can't use certain perks. You can't tunnel, you can't camp, you can't use like Pain Renaissance, you can't use Pop Goes a Weasel, you can't use any like perks for real while they're exiled or anything like that. So it's kind of like, that's kind of like a nerf to the killer, but their perks are cool. The design is okay. The design ain't terrible. I mean, it's a community picked killer. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. The only thing I will say though, the mobility, the map traversal, it ain't there. Sorry, I'm eating cookies. It's not there, bro. I don't even care about the 4.4. I know a lot of people complain about the 4.4, 4.4. I don't care about the 4.4. Like, yes, that's a bad thing, but in hindsight and just common sense, bro, the killer has 4 legs and wings. That motherfucker should be fast. It should be at 4.6, 4.8, something. Should be fast. 4.4 is crazy for a killer that has 4 legs and wings. Make it run fast. Give it a dash like Chucky. Give it, or a dash or something. Give it a dash or make it fly like the Lich. Something. Just give it something. But overall, the killer ain't the worst, but it's also, it definitely needs work, bro. Like put it like this. I had a video for y'all for the killer, and I don't even know if I want to put it out because 1, I think I was yapping, and 2, just I look crazy. I look trash. But y'all let me know in the comments if y'all do want that Judgment Killer video. I will put it out if y'all want to. But yeah, the killer, I definitely think it needs work.
Oh, let's move on to what I didn't like so much. Starting with this PTB being incredibly buggy. There were some insane, like game-breaking bugs that I encountered, starting with this one where I couldn't move after getting moried. I was just stuck in the match. What do you think so far? I need to actually play as her. I don't even know what her power...
Damn.
All because you couldn't hit a skill check. Oh, is that like a quick Mori? Does she get 2 Moris? Why am I still in the game? Hey guys, why am I still here? I would just like to say this. I'm sorry. I hate to be that guy. But you're telling me that there was an early access PTB that only certain streamers got to play with the lottery system, and they still couldn't avoid this. That's what you're telling me? They still couldn't avoid this happening in the actual PTB. It says I'm dead. It says that I'm dead. I was stuck like that for about 5 minutes until the match was over and the last survivor died. And some of you might be thinking, why didn't you just disconnect? There's no penalty in the PTB. But I was playing while you wait. I was queued up for a killer game. And if you disconnect from your survivor game, you lose your place in the killer queue. And killer queues in this PTB are like 30 to 40 minutes minimum. So I'm not going to disconnect and restart my entire killer queue. So I just had to sit there and eat it. Speaking of long killer queues, after I waited the 30 to 40 minutes and finally got a chance to play this new killer, this is what happens. God, RIP controller players, honestly. RIP controller players, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I can't do anything. I'm completely bugged. I can't do anything. Okay, I can abandon at least. I know for a fact there's going to be at least one person in the comments that's going to say, it's the PTB, there's going to be bugs, these things happen, just get over it. But like I said in the first clip, I don't understand how these things do happen when you just had an early access PTB and these things didn't happen. So you already did like a PTB for the PTB, which already killed the hype for everything. I guess we don't get to do PTBs together anymore. That's not a thing. We don't get to all experience the hype together. But you did the early PTB, and now we have the PTB where everybody actually gets to play. Right. The community actually gets to play the community killer, and it's broken.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Someone in his comments, if you go back, someone in his comments said that same bug was in the early access PTB, and also, and just follow where I'm going with this. Didn't the how do I say this? Because it's so weird that they did it this way. Didn't the pre-PTB come out like last week and then this dropped that week after? So, and plus, this is behavior we're talking about here. It's not. I know it's going to sound like I'm about to bash them. It is what it is. But this is behavior we're talking about. They not going to fix all that shit at once. Like, I'm sorry, Spook and Jukes, but to be fair, dog, I don't know why you expected behavior to fix bugs that fast. They don't. I think we can all agree they don't really play their game, bro. So they probably they don't play their game, bro. So I get what you're saying though. That doesn't make sense. If last week you dropped the pre-PTB, you should have had people telling y'all this is a bug, that's a bug, this is wrong, that's wrong, before everybody else got to play the rest. I get that. That makes sense, but it's behavior we're talking about here. And just to kind of bounce off of what he said, that is, like I said, that is so crazy that they did a pre-PTB instead of doing it how they used to do it, where just one PTB drops and we all get to experience it. It is that was a great point how he said it killed the hype behind it, because it's like, you got to think, if Ots, Darva, and whoever else got the early access, they're playing it a week or two before. They're showing all this content for the killer or whatever. Now y'all are taking content and essentially food and money from these other DVD creators that were supposed to do content on it. You're taking out their plate now, you know what I'm saying? And then so now by the time the official PTB drops, everyone already, they don't seen the Mori, they don't seen the Mori, they don't seen what the killer look like, they don't see what the killer can do, they don't seen the bugs with the killer, they don't seen how to throw the beam and all that stuff. So yeah, that I hope they don't make this a regular.
The fucking shit's broken. You wait 30 to 40 minutes for a match just to freeze and sit there. Game-breaking bugs aside, my biggest concern with this new killer is how difficult they are to play, especially on controller.
Yes,
I am a
controller
controller player.
person
All of you who watch my channel and have been watching my channel for years know that I am a controller player. I'm a console player at heart. I play mostly on PC now, but I still use a controller. I'm just not a fan of mouse and keyboard. It doesn't feel comfortable for me.
Agreed.
But the majority of the community, because every single console player out there is a controller player, right? I think the majority of the player base probably statistically plays on controller.
I would say so, yeah.
And this
is
such
y'all let me know in
a
the
hard
comments if
killer
y'all
to play
are
on
keyboard
controller.
or y'all are
I
controller.
found myself just struggling and struggling and struggling to try to get the power to work and get the beam to go where I wanted it to go, and it's just incredibly frustrating. And on top of that, as Survivor, it's really easy to dodge. You can see the beam coming.
That's so
and when you pair
bad.
those two things together, the fact that the killer's really hard to play, especially on controller, and the fact that it's really easy to dodge the power already as Survivor, it seems like this killer's going to be very, very hard to play for the vast majority of the player base.
Yes.
And this is...
And real quick, I know I keep pausing on. I'm sorry, but bro, didn't they learn their lesson from Vecna Stranger Things? Like, cause didn't y'all learn y'all lesson with them? Because like, when that killer came out, when he first came out, cool, fine. Survivors didn't know how to counter it, but the Judgment's beam is literally basically just like Stranger Things Vecna's little vine attack thing. It's the same thing. You may not be able to exactly see it coming like you can with the divine light from the Judgment, but you can hear it for one, and you can somewhat see it. So it's like, y'all didn't learn y'all lesson. This is why I be saying, behavior, y'all don't play y'all game, bro. Y'all either don't play y'all game or y'all don't be listening to the right people. Y'all don't. There's no way y'all can convince me and tell me y'all listen to the right people. Because, bro, this is literally, Judgment is basically just another version of Stranger Things Vecna. Just with a longer beam to work with. And just that whole Survivors being able to see it from like 10 miles away. They need to fix that. Like, make it bigger, make it harder to dodge, do something. This is a community killer. This is not just this is just for the killer mains. No, this is a community killer. This means something to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a unit, not even just as killer mains, just the community, you know what I'm saying? Community killer. So actually do some shit with the killer, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
The community voted killer. This is supposed to be everyone's killer that we all made together. We all voted on. And I'm going to be honest, this killer's probably going to be forgotten about in a week.
Probably.
I mean, you're going to have insane top tier, win streaking killers that are going to be trying to master this killer, and they probably will, and it's going to be really impressive and awesome. But your average Joe Schmo players, like me, I know I have a lot of hours, and I play this game for a living, but I'm still an average Joe Schmo when it comes to how good I am in the game and how skilled I am. Most of you know that. I'm not great. And for players like us,
I just want to say that real quick. He's preaching to the choir. I just want to put that as a disclaimer. Nowhere do I think I am the best at DBD on this game. I am a regular Joe Schmo. I'm a casual, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm not. I don't do that pro team sweatiness. I don't like doing all that. I just play. Yes, I'm trying to make this like a living play for a living, but I'm a regular guy. I'm a regular Joe Schmo guy. You know what I'm saying?
Average shitters. This is fucking
shitters.
like, I don't even want to play this killer. I'm completely aware that this is 100% a skill issue. I'm sure there's people watching this video who had a great time playing this killer. Maybe even some of you played on controller and didn't struggle as much as I did. I know it's a skill issue, but I just feel like a lot of us controller players are going to be struggling, and we'll probably just give up on this killer altogether because it's painful. Now I would like to briefly talk about Lights Out. Last week I made this video.
I ain't gonna lie, real quick. I know I'm pausing. I'm so sorry. Last thing I'm gonna say on the Judgment, I'm gonna shut up at least until he starts talking about Lights Out. This killer, I'm probably gonna leave it P3. Don't ask me to make this a P100 killer. I can't do it.
Begging behavior to not go through with the changes they were bringing to this game mode after 2 years, specifically with the lanterns giving survivors windows of opportunity. And
that is
just as I suspected, my concerns, everybody's concerns, didn't matter. They went through with it anyways. And just take a look at this. This is me running around the Leary's Institute with a lantern. And look at this. Look at this. Lights Out? Are you kidding me? This is Lights Out? You have got to be joking me, behavior. What were you thinking? Even when you're not using the lantern's light, it's still not dark. It's not nearly as dark as Lights Out used to be. There's plenty of light. You can see things coming from a good distance away.
I thought I was bugging when I played this earlier, bro. Like, I was like, because this is my first time playing Lights Out. I didn't get to play Lights Out when it was good back in the day. This is my first time playing Lights Out. The fact that survivors have lanterns and the lanterns give them, I think it's the lanterns or just the game as a whole, the game mode as a whole, gives them base windows. That's crazy. From what I used to hear, Lights Out didn't give you none of that. No scratch marks, no nothing, no lantern, no windows, no perks, no nothing. It's just, you just balls deep, you raw dog in it and hoping for the best. Now it's this. Like, bro, what is this behavior? What the fuck is this? I don't like to say the whole, this is survivor sided, this game is survivor sided, this game mode survivor. But like, bro, I don't want to hear nobody behavior, nobody in the comments say it's just for the casuals. You just said you're a casual. I don't want to hear that. The game mode is called Lights Out. Pitch dark. It's fair on both sides. I don't even care that it's supposed to be a killer-sided game mode. I don't care about that. It's just the fact that the game mode is Lights Out. Not half-ass Lights Out. Not, got lanterns here. No. Lights Out. Why do we have lights on? Why? Behavior. What are you doing?
And on top of the new lanterns and windows of opportunity, survivors also have an entire minute of off the record. They have endurance for 60 seconds.
I knew
and generators are able to be completed 20% faster, I think.
What the fuck? See, I knew I wasn't bugging. I knew, because I literally, like I said, I played this earlier. Gens was popping like that. Way more faster. I thought I was some shit. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, damn, am I some ass today? No. No, they make the generators go 20% faster or close to that, because I'm like, I've gone up to generators. If I can find the clip, I'll put it in here. I've walked up to generators as Jason, and I'm looking at like 2-3 different generators. They already got like notches going. They already got like one bar, like those little pistons already going. And I'm like, yo, there's no survivors over here though. I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing. I go to the next one and the next one and the next one. They all got at least one piston going. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro?
It is. So just fuck you, killers. Just fuck you. Fuck every single killer. You thought you were going to have a mode that favored you, a mode that was going to make survivors scared, because that was the whole point. Joke's on you. The survivors aren't scared. I played Survivor a ton today, and I escaped almost every single match. Easily. Most of my games, the killer didn't even get more than like 3 or 4 hooks. I know I have a lantern in my hand, but I'm not using it. Now I am. Well, game over.
Look at that.
You have fun, Springtrap? Yo, Springtrap, do you have fun? 1 hook before the gens are done?
Look at that. 1 hook.
I bet that Springtrap had a great time. Where are the doors? Don't worry, guys. The game lets you see the auras of doors now. You don't even see the auras of doors in regular DBD. Why do I see the auras in Lights Out? This whole day just bummed me out. The PTB didn't feel like a real PTB, just like the Jason PTB didn't, because they're just giving early access and showing everything before the actual PTB happens. We used to all be able to experience it all together. Whether you were a streamer or just a player, it didn't matter. But now it's like their favorite creators, the iridescent creators, all get to play it first and show you everything first, and then you get a lottery chance to join in. It just sucks. And no shade to any of those creators, most of them are lovely, but it's just behavior's decision to do this. It just feels like a slap in the face to everybody else, to the entire community. It just feels like there's no hype or excitement. Nobody really cares about the PTB because it's already happened a week ago and most people just watched it. I mean, today I couldn't even fill up a custom lobby. Normally I have a lot of people ready to hop in for custom games to try out the new killer, but a lot of people just weren't even downloading the PTB because what's the point? Nothing's new to us. We've already seen it. And even still, I tried my best to enjoy this PTB. I just queued up for regular matches, but then I was getting screwed because my game was bugging out, both as Survivor and Killer. I could barely play, and then when I could play, it was really frustrating because this Killer is a pain in the ass. And then they ruined my favorite modifier. After 2 years of not being able to play it, they finally bring it back and they butcher it. They rip it to shreds and throw it in the dumpster. What a day. What a day. I felt really optimistic about Dead by Daylight after the anniversary stream. And in some ways, I do still feel optimistic, but there's also a lot that I'm just kind of bummed out about. And I feel like worrisome almost, like I'm sort of worried again. I don't know. I'm really sorry for coming off super negative in this video. I know it's just me bitching and moaning and complaining, and it's like, why can't you say something positive, and why are you got to be so negative? I know, and I'm sorry, but these are just things that, again, bummed me out. And I don't know. I guess all we really have to look forward to now is Art the Clown, maybe, if the lawsuit doesn't, you know, destroy that. And then Scooby-Doo. Really excited for the Scooby-Doo collab.
Ooh, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's gonna really do it for this video. He kind of hit it on the head with it. The PTB wasn't that good. The killer, Lights Out, for my first time as a casual, that shit wasn't it. They should have just kept it. They should have just kept Lights Out how it normally was. But yeah, like I said in earlier, if y'all want to see the Judgment gameplay, I doubt it, because like he said, everybody and their mama done seen it the whole week ahead and all that stuff, blah blah blah. But yeah, so if y'all do want to see it, let me know in the comments. Like the video up. I'm gonna edit this, and yeah.